Alright guys, welcome back to another Mossy Reach video. Now, as you can tell from behind me, a lot of things have changed at spawn. A whole lot. So I figured we would start with the biggest change, which is this giant Mossy Reach sign. Now this is actually like pixel art of our real logo. Maybe in a little bit of the editing I could overlay our actual logo on there. And yeah, that thing is like really close to what our actual logo is. But let's go ahead and look at some of the other changes that were done to spawn. Now the next big change I feel like is this little town hall. This little town hall was made by Kitty. And it is a tutorial build, but it fits perfect with spawn. We didn't have any kind of town hall area, so I feel like this works great. Nothing's really in it much. We got these little chairs with like a little meeting desk at front. And stealth does not like my bone block prices. It's crazy, I just came down 2 diamonds in price. At the top here we have a gold bell. And Baps has done something really cool outside here. This little leaf block is covering up a daylight sensor that's connected to a bell machine. So every time it hits day, we have a bell that rings. So periodically, a bell will ring. Over here, speaking of stealth, the cake house is no longer a thing. I think they finally built up the courage enough to try to pump out one of his traditional style builds, and it pays off. This thing looks sick. So we got the kill chamber over here, and over here you have the little place to go down and access the trap. And if you notice, stealth has died in this. We actually had a public execution of stealth. Stealth came on and did some minor griefing. So we decided to have a little bit of fun with it, and yeah, stealth took a death in the kill chamber there. The next big change that has been super beneficial to the realm is this giant beanstalk, and it goes to a giant mushroom farm in the clouds. This little rainbow road. I love this thing. I think I knocked it out of the park a little bit with this one. I still got to work on the shape of this little square thing here, make it look more cloudy. But this cobbled looking white concrete, I really think looks like puffy clouds. So I really like how this turns out. Like I said, this is nothing more than a mushroom farm. You get some leather and some beef off of it. We'll go ahead and take this little stack here. Yeah, this is Beanstalk going all the way down. I'm thinking eventually I'd like to do like some sort of city up here. Have a house on this first little cloud. Maybe some other clouds with some houses on it as well. Back here, we now have a road that goes all the way outside of spawn. We have this little bitty water fountain here that Baps has made, and eventually we're thinking about putting a little statue on top to make it kind of look like more interesting. Over here I have installed a rolling water fountain. Now, something we are coming up on, something that I really enjoy. This is a little Snail Saddle. So, you can ride our little snails. Now, you may be wondering why we have this little bitty snail here. Well, I took a little bit of design inspiration from LD Shadow Lady, because she made an awesome looking snail, so kind of like ran with that design a little bit, changed it up to my likings. So now we got this cute little snail tucked away over here, hiding from the world. He's got a little house on his back. And I love the way this looks. And we also have Vero's little build. It's like a series of like trees. I don't know how to explain this. She had posted a picture of the design inspiration, and I can't wait to see what this turns out to be. This is still a work in progress. And as is this is Houdini's build that he's come on and he's knocking out of the park. It looks like he's got a little bit ways to go here. Nothing in the back, I don't think yet. The last build, or last two builds I should say, that we have at spawn now is, you know, we used to have those starter chests right there. A bunch of starter loot and stuff, and it looked a little messy to me. So I finally came on and I decided to build this little like tree stump thing. It's got like mushrooms growing out the side of it. Looks more like a tree stump from up here, I think. Got little boulders outside of it. You got the floating lanterns everywhere. OmLedu has this little has built this little butterfly. I hired him to build that butterfly. And I think that turned out really well. It looks absolutely phenomenal. Now, if you want to check out OmLedu's channel, OmLedu's a fantastic builder. I'll link his channel in the description down below, and maybe there's a little annotation on screen right now that takes you to his channel as well. But inside the starter house, it's not a whole lot. All these barrels keep some like loot in it, like starter players and whatnot. A bunch of like random blocks and what have you. But this is the cool thing. When people first come on, I usually have them stand in this vicinity. And I'll click this button, and then it'll dispense a shulker box with all these starter goods. Now, I know when I first started, I struggled a lot with getting a lot of goods. So, I feel like the starter gear really helps new players out a whole lot. Oh, I don't know what oh, looks like someone else has donated some more starter stuff. That's cool. And it looks like Rainbow might have died here. Uh-oh. Now, right outside the starter house, we have the newsstand. This is something new I've started doing. Every now and again, I'm going to update the newspaper. It's just a piece of paper that says something funny. The Mossy Reach Times says extra, read all about it. You know, typical newsstand stuff. But click this button, dispense a paper. And, this week's newspaper says burgers or sandwiches. Because if you think about it, that's all burgers are. They're just sandwiches. Now, running off of spawn, you know, we have our shopping district. And oh boy, has it changed a whole lot. Now, the first thing I think most players will notice when coming into our shopping district is this epic dragon. Jess has knocked this dragon out finally, and this thing looks sick. Look at these wings. I don't know what about these like ombre wings that I love, but I absolutely think it's sick. But she is waiting for all that copper to oxidize completely. She likes the bluish green look a little more than she likes the ombre look, which is fine. But I think the ombre wings look absolutely sick. Maybe we can go through these shops real quick. This is the moss boat. Sells all the moss goods. Can't quite remember all the shops that I've showed in the past, so I just figured I'd do a recap of what we have going on at the moment. This is Tim's wood boat. Tim sells all the wood needs. Over here, this giant mega store. Got like a drowned head with some funny looking player heads in the eyes. Kind of us playing with Kyle a little bit. This is Kyle's shop. Above that you have like a zombie piglin, and above that you have like a creeper. We'll go ahead and check this out real quick. So in the bottom he sells trident goods. Got like all the enchantments for like tridents and whatnot. then the next story up, he has all the Piglin Trader goods. So this used to be in his basement before, and now it's up here. He's got all the Piglin Trader goods. Above that, he has his creeper store, and Baps just came in and made this look like a creeper skull with a giant TNT brain, and it looks absolutely sick. I would be worried that anyone could come in and accidentally light one of these TNT and blow the whole store up, but Kyle is confident that that will not happen. So we will see how it goes. Me and Kyle are in a little bit of business escapades. He's selling these rockets for super cheap. Super cheap. You buy 2 stacks of rockets for 1 diamond, get 1 stack of gunpowder for free. Now, this all started when Kyle, in the very bottom of his store, started selling unbreaking and mending for 1 diamond. Now, there's no way I'm going to let him sell my best sellers and get away with it. So what did I do? Over at the bookstore, I made it so that every time you buy an unbreaking book, every time you buy a mending book, you get a free unbreaking book. And what makes this the best deal in the shopping district is that you have the chance for a free book in our machine. So if you buy 1 mending, you get the unbreaking for free, and then you get dispensed, or you have your chance to get dispensed a free book from the floor. Now, this has to be undoubtedly the best deal in the whole shopping district. And I didn't like that he had stole a good bit of proper money from me, so what did I do to mess with Kyle a bit? I made the rocket store, or rocket stand. On the shulker here, I also sell rockets, 2 stacks for 1 diamond, but my free purchase gives you a free trident, which kind of null and voids Kyle's shop over here. So me and Kyle are having a little bit of fun with the whole shopping district wars. Over here you have the Sea Lantern store or Ocean Monument store, what have you. The Bap Boutique has went through a slight redesign. Got some new decorations in here and some old ones. New jukebox design is in here. In the back, Baps sells random assortment of goods. He was trying to make this look like a thrift store, like a charity store. So he sells like random goods back here. I think it looks pretty neat. I did help design on the inside just a bit here, but I think it turned out looking really well. Now across from that, over here, we have a little blacksmith area where Rambo has started selling totems. Rambo sells totems. We got some tools and some armor kits. On the inside here, Rambo is renting out the inside of the store to Hemorrhoid, and Hemorrhoid is just selling a whole assortment of random goods, and you get free dye. Ooh, and now free flower pots. 1 stack per purchase, so you get 1 stack of these for every single purchase, so that's really cool. Up top from that, we have this little stand. This Badger's stand. Looks like he's been selling some stuff, some name tags it looks like. Still got some other stuffs in here. Now, away from Badger's little stand, we still have the in-store. Across from that, we have Stealth's little Nether store with a bunch of random assortments in here. He's tried to pull a fast one over on people and sell these iron blocks for a diamond. These are the iron from the Education Edition, so there's no real use for them there. Just kind of trying to make a quick buck. Now behind that, we have a new concrete store. Now I took over the concrete store. The guy that was running it before decided to take a little Minecraft break, so I went with a slight redesign. I put like this paint bucket on top with like this concrete paint spilling over the top of it. And then I used the green concrete to like make these stairs so that this looks, I think this looks really cool. I like how that turned out a whole lot. Across the way from the concrete store is Jackal's new store. Now concrete is also sold here in the form of concrete powder. And then he also has the grass that goes with it. And then in his basement, he has a concrete machine so you can sit here, place your concrete powder, it gets wet, it's then pushed. Has this line of pistons, and once you have a line of concrete, the pistons will push the concrete out to the next blocks. And yeah, so on and so forth. When you get done with what you're trying to do, you can come in here and manually mine it. So, a little cool concrete machine. Up here, Jackal sells these cool, like, modded blocks. I really like how these blocks are, like, so unique. The different kind of things that you can do with these blocks, I think, they're really versatile. Behind these barrels here, you'll see that Jackal's used some of these modded blocks to make like this Japanese look on the outside of his little base, or his little store here rather. And I think it really turned out well. This thing looks super sick. The newest shop we have in our shopping district, OmLedu's future store. Now, it's currently being built. No one knows what it is yet, but it has some like really cool things going on. The bottom design with the modded blocks and this unique geometry, and then you got like this 3D version of like a Minecraft diamond. So that's really cool. I like that. And then on top, you have this haunter. Now I think this haunter looks super sick. Something about this thing, oh my god, just look at it. Like, he nailed this. If you didn't know, his player head is also a haunter, but I'm not going to show you that. You'll have to go check out OmLedu's channel to see what his player head looks like, because he shows it off quite a bit in his last couple videos, I believe. Now, in the gaming district, things haven't changed much in the actual district itself, but on the outskirts, you will see have us a little bitty casino, or so it looks little, so you would think. It's got this grand chandelier design right there in the middle. This was made by me and Jackal. Got the grand chandelier in the middle right there. Drops down to another chandelier. Now this wall here is still unfinished, as well as the ceiling bits here are still unfinished. That can be worked on. We do have all these areas where games could go in though, and we just haven't got around to doing any games. We've been a bit busy with other stuff. But yeah, we have us a little casino now. I think this thing is going to look absolutely beautiful when it's done, and it has packed out with games. Can't wait to see what's done there. So right beside the casino, we have this little Polaroid camera that Baps has made. Now, I think this thing looks really sick. Something about this design is like really nostalgic, right? If you grew up in the 90s and you didn't have a Polaroid, I don't know what kind of rock you were living on, but everyone and their mother used to have a Polaroid camera back in the day. But we also have this giant arena. Now, I spent quite a bit of time making this gigantic arena. So let's go ahead and go in here and check this out real quick. This is the entrance here. Not all of the inside is done here. You know, this would be like a concession stand type area. Got little ticket booth areas and here, one on the other side as well. Tucked away over there would be like a little gift shop area. And over here I've built like a little arcade with some like arcade cabinets. I like some racing games. Got a little Dance Dance Revolution game. And then you have like some skee ball games and a little whack-a-mole machine, a little claw machine, and I think this arcade just in itself turned out really, really good. I really like how it all came together, and I really think you can tell what everything is in here. This is super, super sick. But what this is all an arena for is what's behind this door here. If you can't tell, this is a wrestling arena. Now we've kind of took inspiration from WWE a bit. You got the stairs, you got the ring, then you step on the slime here, press that button, it'll launch you over, and you are in the ring. You got like slime here to slow you down or like give you some extra jump boost a bit. You got these buttons to launch you in the air, or you can run across and it'll launch you right outside. You got these little mini block turnbuckles, and yeah, I think this turned out really, really well. Spent quite a bit of time with this, and I think it looks absolutely phenomenal. We're just going to use this as a little PvP arena. We have these 6 beacons, and these can be used to give different effects during matches or PvP fights. We got the smoke coming from these blocks here on the entrance. Now you can go through here. There's another little secret entrance. This is the backstage area. But when you come through, you walk, sets off these fireworks. We got a little firework machine going, got a little entrance ramp. Backstage is pretty cool, if I do say so myself. We got like these locker rooms, this bathroom and shower areas. Got a little elevator here. This will take you down. Oh, this will take you down. And this is one of my favorite parts of this whole thing. You're actually underneath the actual arena, or the ring itself, actually. I hired Badger to come in here and make this little bitty trapdoor type deal, so I can come out from literally underneath the ring skirt. So you have another unique entrance. You have these little shulker boxes with goodies that will be stocked in certain matches. Now, right outside the wrestling arena, Baps has built this cool little game. I don't think it's quite finished. I think it still has to have some work on the outside a bit to cover up the redstone. I could be wrong, this could be finished. But basically you would set your respawn points right here. Blue team and a red team, and you would take turns pressing these buttons or switches. And when you do, it shoves the player off the block. And the other player has to kind of just guess where that player is. They would both be, you know, in their little crouch animation, so wouldn't be able to see name tags or anything. Can't wait to try it. It seems like a lot of fun. Now we are back in our Nether hub, and figured it's time we show you how much things have changed on me and Rambo's end. Now, first thing you're going to notice is we have a hallway redesign here. I love this hallway design. These blue bricks with these concrete slabs and deep slate all throughout the white concrete blocks. I think this looks sick. I actually love this design. I think it's one of my favorite hallway designs I've knocked out yet. But let's go ahead and check out things on the other side of this nether portal. Now, on this other side of the portal, you should notice things already look quite different, don't they? We went through another portal design, still inspired from the same thing that it was before. I decided to just upscale it just a bit. Give it like this weird like swooshy thing on top. I think our portal looks absolutely sick. Looks a lot better upscaled, I do believe. Now Rambo had the idea of building a giant wheat field, and so we did. And if you can see here, we have had some crop circles pop up, and I think I know the culprit of this. I showed that just a little bit. We also have this little Nether Barn design that I pumped out. A bunch of our animals are disappearing. We used to have pigs in here. We used to have a lot more chickens. Our chicken box stacked. At one point in time, we had some skeleton horses in here. And we have our sheep over here and our cows over here. And over here, you'll notice we have this little moon-shaped fountain with these little blaze lanterns in them. Kind of look like stars. And if you notice in the background where Rambo was building in the last episode, he switched up his design and he put this little red tower design in, and I kinda really love this. Now there's no interior yet, but I assume there will be eventually. Now if you can see there, we have us a little witch flying in. We have us a little witch flying in right there. And I got Baps to come over here and put in this little flying witch for us, and I absolutely love how this witch looks. I think she really adds to the whole wizard's tower. And you know, the witch's hut that we made is just right over there, so she could be going to the little witch's hut. Behind here, you will remember that this is the witch's hut. Now, something really cool that I've put in behind the witch's hut is this little graveyard site. I felt like the witch's hut was just missing something a bit, so I came back here and I kind of just started putting out these little graveside areas. Every single grave has some sort of different design. Some of them have little mobs, undead mobs popping up out of here. I got Baps come in and do these little mob designs, and I absolutely love how these turned out. I think they look absolutely sick. Now, as you probably have saw in the background by now, we have this weird hourglass tower design that I've came up with out of nowhere. Don't ask me where this tower design came out of. I just kind of started building, and this was all just a big ploy to cover up, if you remember from the last episode, the creeper farm. So we now have an elevator all the way up to the creeper farm. We have the villager trader enclosed in here. And eventually, this is going to become a huge castle. I am not going to do any more pillars this big. I do not think that this pillar being this big has helped this build at all. So this will probably be like a central pillar. I'll probably build out into the water some. But yeah, that's what this is. But behind me, something I am proud of and I do enjoy is this little windmill design. It's like a little windmill with a little house popping off the side and the back, and then a house at the bottom. It's been overgrown with vines. I think this turned out really well. There's our little windmill design with a little jut out the sides. I really think the windmill turned out really great. I'm really proud of that little windmill. This is my own design, so I think it looks quite cool. Now, we have a few more minutes to show you off a couple of the other builds on the run. So I figured let's go check out the progress made to the robot. Maybe check out a few new people you haven't seen yet. So let's go check out Mr. Ali Baps's robot right over here. Now, if you want to check out Baps, you can check him out on his channel. I will also link him down below and hopefully get an annotation on screen for you to subscribe to him as well. But as you can see, this robot is really looking sick. It's got like this arm blaster now. Legs nice and covered up. It's been overgrown with leaves and vines, and it's got moss all around it. It's made it like the robot has tripped over this boulder here. It's got the propped up leg. I just think this thing looks absolutely sick. He has knocked this thing out of the park. got the other arm over here. I do believe he's still working on this other arm, but if I'm not mistaken, this is a melon and pumpkin farm. So all these body parts of this robot are completely functional as a base. I love that. I don't feel like a lot of people would have been able to do that with such a unique robot design. I absolutely love how this thing turned out. Looks absolutely sick. If you remember, Baps has seems like he has some sort of intelligence about aliens. Now, aliens are in his store, all around his little builds. They have these little houses, fighting off mobs. And I'm pretty sure, almost positive, that's who did the crop circles at my house. I'm almost completely sure that this is culprit number one, the Baps. They have their own little boats, own little future technology we have no idea about yet. Seems like this guy wants to take over this little mossy island of his own. I don't trust these guys. I think they're absolutely up to no good. Let's get out of here before we get hurt by a Bappin. But yeah, guys, that's been our realm update. Now I know this one kind of long this time. There's a lot of things that happened between this episode and last episode. I've been hard to work away helping with the realm, and I kind of let the channel fall out from underneath me a little bit, but I do plan on making a full return, so make sure you hit that subscribe button, comment down below, let me know what else you want me to build or what else you want to see me finish, because I know I have a lot of projects going on. Still a few more I can't tell you about. Don't worry, see them eventually. But yeah, guys, make sure to comment down below, let us know what else you want to see, subscribe, push all the buttons. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace out.